Now it's time to have a look at the main stories in the press today, and we're going to begin with comments by the French Foreign Minister. This about this supposed immunity regarding Benjamin Netanyahu's ICC arrest warrant. Dipti's here, Dipti.
Yeah, that's right. So you'll remember the ICC issued arrest warrants for, among others, Benjamin Netanyahu last week. France said initially that it would uphold the ruling, meaning that that it would respect its obligation to execute that arrest warrant if Benjamin Netanyahu came to the country. And then yesterday, the French Foreign Minister, Jean-Noël Barrot, claimed that Netanyahu actually has immunity from these arrest warrants because on the basis that Israel is not a member of the ICC. Now, these comments. The timing was very suspicious. These comments came right after France brokered a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. And as The Guardian notes here in this article, it's a stark contrast to France's position, for instance, on a similar arrest warrant issued against Russia's Vladimir Putin last year. Russia, like Israel, also not a member of the ICC.
Yeah, the comments haven't gone down very well, have they, in the press, Dipti?
No, not at all. This is from L'Orient Le Jour, which is a French-language Lebanese daily. Here it says on its in its website, it evokes what it calls a volte-face in French, which means basically an about-face in English. The paper also quoting Amnesty International as condemning France's position on the arrest warrants as being profoundly problematic. It's getting a bit of coverage in the Israeli press as well. This is from Haaretz, the center-left Israeli daily, a critic of Netanyahu. The paper wonders whether the French brokered ceasefire also involved giving Netanyahu a, quote, get-out-of-jail-free card. The paper says, as is often the case with international diplomacy, timing is everything, and in this case, the timing of the French statement by the Foreign Ministry sent out an unmistakable signal. Furthermore, there are worries that France's stance on the arrest warrants will also impact other countries, notably its neighbors, Germany, Britain, and Italy, the latter of whom won't stand alone against U.S. pressure once Donald Trump comes into the White House. Israel Hayom, this is another Israeli daily that is pro-Netanyahu. It goes a step further, quoting an unnamed cabinet security official today, which told the paper that France's backtracking on enforcing the ICC ruling was essentially quid pro quo in order to be the one that brokered the ceasefire in the first place.
Let's come back to France for this next story. Prime Minister Michel Barnier may be facing soon a no-confidence vote from opposition parties, Dipti.
Yeah, that's right, and I'll see if I can just bring it up for you here. It is certainly getting a lot of attention in the press today. This is from a regional paper here, La Dépêche du Midi, on its front page, which wonders if France is on the precipice of chaos with Prime Minister Barnier, Michel Barnier, at its helm. The Prime Minister and his fragile coalition do not have enough support to push through that budget bill that they've been debating for the past weeks. The government could resort to the controversial constitutional mechanism in France known as 49-3 to basically force through its budget, which could in turn trigger a no-confidence vote by the opposition parties. And this is something that Le Monde is talking about today because the far-right, French far-right party, the National Rally Party, could be planning to issue this no-confidence vote or hold this no-confidence vote against the government. The murmurs of such a vote are building up. That's what Le Monde says. And Barnier was warning that such a vote would put France's very fragile economic status even in a more perilous position. The far right trying to de-dramatize the financial consequences of such a vote. So this is kind of how it's all being played out. In any case, Les Echos does give an idea of how bad France's economic situation is right now. On its front page here, it notes that the sovereign borrowing rate rose to its highest level in 12 years, while Politico puts it in even more starker terms. It's saying that France is approaching a moment of humiliation in financial markets with investors who could be ready to declare France as having a worse credit risk than Greece.
And finally, from Dipti. She's going to solve a mystery for us. Well, perhaps she's not. I don't know. We'll see. It's engulfing a remote Canadian mountain village, this, Dipti.
Yeah, that's right. And it seems that my articles are all in the wrong order today, but I'll see if I can bring it up for you here. That's right. It's this crazy story of a deer that was spotted in the Canadian town of McBride, which apparently was seen wearing a long top, a black top, and a yellow high visibility vest. A picture was taken by a local journalist while she was on her way home. The vest has a zip, meaning someone has had to actually zip this vest on to the deer, which makes
it doesn't want to come up. It's a nice picture.
It is a very nice picture, and I'm not sure where I can find it.
Don't worry if you can't.
Well, basically, it's a deer wearing a yellow hi-vis vest. So,
and how on earth did it get there?
How did it get there? Who put it on there? Was it, a well-meaning gesture? Was it a prank? Nobody knows. It doesn't cause harm to the animal unless the animal gets stuck somewhere, in which case it could panic, and that could be problematic. But beyond that, people should not be approaching wild animals, so that's problematic. And also, how on earth they managed to get a vest onto a deer is a big question, because deer, obviously, very, very quick animals, generally go into hiding when they come into a human population. So the mystery continues. They plan to sedate the animal in order to remove the vest once they're able to find it, because they don't know where it is right now.
No, we'll put the vest on your computer system. That'll sort it out. We'll sort it out for the next one. Dipti, thanks a lot. Dipti with the papers on France 24.